Coming up next, learn about some of the people and organizations dedicated to enhancing health, care, and support for all those affected.
Fungal infections of the skin and nails cause roughly 23% of foot disease and 50% of nail conditions in people seen by dermatologists.
The initial symptoms and signs of a fungal infection on the skin are little blisters. They weep, they're itchy. However, the main problem is a widespread one, and that's dry, scaly skin of the feet. I have so many patients that come in that are completely embarrassed by their feet. They have these dry, scaly feet, the skin's cracked, but the biggest one is fungus infections of the nails. They're yellow, they're discolored, they're thick, and patients are afraid to go out with them.
Although not considered part of the normal flora, dermatophytes are microscopic fungi that transfer to living beings from the soil, as well as from infected animals, people, and objects.
Fungal infections throughout the spa industry are very prevalent. When you consider that 23% of the people that go to dermatologists have some type of skin fungus and 50% have some type of toenail fungus, I would say that makes it very prevalent.
The most common conditions that arise from improper sanitation are two: fungus infections of the skin, and I think the most difficult one is a fungus infection of the nail. Once you've had the spores put under your nails, it can move from nail to nail, and once you have it, it's almost impossible to get rid of.
Conditions of fungus and bacteria are transferred throughout the spa in many different avenues. One would be dirty implements and tools because of improper disinfection. Another would be double dipping of products. But the primary way that they're transferred through the salon is through cross-contamination in our petty spas or our tubs because they're not cleaned and disinfected properly.
In addition to fungi, spas can be a hotbed for MRSA, staph infections, hepatitis, athlete's foot, and an array of other conditions transmitted as a result of improper sanitation practices.
There's a need for a disposable solution in the salons because our technicians have not really been educated properly on proper cleaning and disinfection, number one. Number two, you have your group of technicians that really don't care. And number three, you have your group of technicians that are just rushing between clients trying to get things done. But the sad part is our states, their requirement for cleaning and disinfection is a requirement of 50 years ago. And the fungi, bacteria, diseases that we're exposed to in our salons today are far more than they were 50 years ago.
Currently, the most widely used method has been to include a plastic disposable liner with a propeller portion of the jet driven by a magnetic motor.
The problem with normal disposable liners that salons use is they generally are using a magnetic pedicure jet on top of it. And the problem with that is they're actually taking that magnetic jet and they're moving it from chair to chair to chair, which is possibly cross-contaminating the water from guest to guest throughout the day.
Contego jetliner is different than the magnet jet technology. The Contego jetliner had an air tube system built inside the liner to create bubble. So after each use, people can throw away a whole thing, an entire thing, without reusing anything. The next customer will get a brand new bag with brand new tube, and that is capable to prevent cross-contamination between the previous client and the new client.
By using the Contego jetliners, we're protecting our guests from cross-contamination because they're single-use liners. And with the built-in tube in the bottom producing your bubbles, you're getting rid of any risk of cross-contamination from moving a jet from one chair to another.
Contego pedicure spa chairs are the first patented spa chairs that have a completely disposable foot spa system.
The Contego jetliner is a liner with a built-in tube in the bottom, and air circulates through that tube, creating bubbles that pulsates the water, creating a massage for your guest. And at the end of the service, that liner is able to be rolled up and thrown away, reducing any risk of cross-contamination between your guests. When we're talking the best of both worlds when it comes to pedicure chairs, the Contego is the top of the line. What you're offering your guests is a beautiful, relaxing service in a high-end chair. So they're getting the features of the massage, they're getting the bubbles which circulate, which they love, but you're doing it in a very safe way by using the liners with the disposable tube. The easy drain function is great. I love this option on the chair. By pulling a lever, it's going to create a suction that's going to pop the bag and the water is just going to drain through the bottom. The technician doesn't have to put their hand into the tub and puncture the liner to drain the water. The best part about the infinity overflow feature is think of an infinity pool. As you get in, the water spills over. In the pedicure tub, the water can't overfill because it's draining out the back as you refill it. So it's reducing issues because you're not having to open up the drain of the pedicure tub, exposing your guest to bacteria that may be in the drain. You're just constantly refilling it with warm water, allowing the old water to drain out the back.
Pedicure clients no longer have to give up the relaxing water massage they receive from the traditional foot spa jets in lieu of safety and hygiene.
My technology is capable to prevent the cross-contamination on the pedicure service. It will be safer for the public.
For more information, visit ContegoSpa.com.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you'll join us next time as we continue to explore some of the significant developments impacting the world around us. I'm Ted Danson. See you next time.
For more information, visit AdvancementsTV.com.